Up here he is.
Oh, that's Zach. Hey, Zach.
Oh yeah, this is Zach. This is Mr.
Is that
Efron.
his new name? This is
Yep.
Zach.
I'm gonna call this Zac Efron's new face. That's gonna be his full name. We're gonna call him Zach, but his full name is Zac Efron's new face 2021.
All right.
How's it going, dude?
I'm doing well. A little tired. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this desert heat tires me out. I don't like being in the desert.
Dude, it's been raining
Really?
all fucking day in Oregon. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That seems way better than here. I mean, when it rains here, everything floods because we're just one big bowl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's been raining all fucking day.
Should we just go right into it? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
How you had some comedy shows. You just did some comedy shows, right?
I did.
Now that the shows are opening up again, that's good. How did those shows go?
First one was.
I feel like I can't take your word for it because you're gonna be like, it's all right, but you actually killed it. So I don't know.
No. The first one was pretty good, but we like right before we got up, we found out that we had to be PG-13 because they were live streaming. And yeah, a lot of people were panicking.
Everything.
A lot of people were panicking. And I had a host too, which I fucking hate hosting. I absolutely hate hosting.
The guy who's always coming up after every set, the one who gets all the flack after. So
yeah.
I'm just introducing.
You have to be the one that calms people down. Like you have to tell people shut up and like stop heckling.
Get your.
You have to be the bad guy. Like I like being the comedian that's just like up there on stage and then I leave. And I don't have to come back. I can actually like leave the entire place if I wanted to. But being a host, you're stuck doing all this fucking stupid shit. But it was okay. There were some funny ass people though. Yeah, it went well. There was one guy from Seattle that came, and these guys from Portland. It was awesome.
That's I'm glad that's happening. I'm gonna try to see you do some shows and hopefully soon in the next couple months. We're talking about that. Doing little road trip shows. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we can just go right into it. Welcome to History of Popcorn, ladies and gentlemen, your secret public movie club. I'm Elijah.
I'm Justin.
And we are your hosts. If you don't know what History of Popcorn is and you just randomly clicked on this, we are a movie news podcast because we just love movies and we like seeing what's coming out. We like movies, so we just want to know what's coming out. That's one of the things that just keeps us going every day. I guess I'll just start with this one story because you have a couple stories too.
Yeah, I found a few, and I was just gonna have you go down yours, and then if you didn't mention one of these, then I was gonna like just choose like three of them because I found a lot of them. There were a lot of weird trailers that came out today too.
Yeah, I feel like I'm falling behind on trailers, but yeah, I feel like we should. What trailers have you seen? I like talking about trailers in the beginning because those are already out.
So The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
I've seen stills of that. I haven't seen the actual trailer.
The trailer came out, and Andrew Garfield and I think it's Jessica Chastain.
That's the other one. Televangelists, like real televangelists that exist.
Yeah, this movie showcases Jessica Chastain. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
and
that's what I've seen. She looks unrecognizable almost.
Yeah. No.
Andrew Garfield, I feel like has fake cheekbones or something in his there's something about his face that's something odd. Like what is he? I haven't seen a trailer or seen it move his face, but the photos, he's really.
It looks fine. Like the makeup.
Is it prosthetics? Do you think?
Oh yeah, 100%.
He didn't Christian Bale it and gain all that weight.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty good. And we also got another Space Jam trailer.
Oh yeah, Space Jam. Oh, I'm so mad at LeBron James because, well, kind of. He lost. He's out of the playoffs, and the playoffs for basketball are still going on. And right after he was eliminated from the playoffs, he just immediately in the post-game press conference, he was just immediately talking about Space Jam and promoting Space Jam. It's like, you didn't want to win. You just cared about Space Jam. Because he didn't want to be playing basketball when Space Jam was coming out because that's around the time the finals are going to be going on. It's like he didn't want to do both things. He just sat this one out because he won last year. If anyone knows, he was at championship last year. So I was upset by that, and I think his fans are too.
Yeah, I've seen since the trailer came out, because the trailer came out early this morning on Twitter and stuff. there's a lot of people talking shit about it because of LeBron James. Everyone's hating on LeBron right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Like he's not Michael Jordan. I heard one person tweet that they would say that they would prefer Brendan Fraser to come back to play basketball.
That's funny. Oh, Brendan Fraser's in a new movie.
Yes, he is.
He's in that Steven Soderbergh movie, right?
Yep. No Sudden Move.
That's going to be an HBO Max debut. I'm excited for that one. I was watching it. I'm like, this looks really strange. Was this shot on an iPhone? And they said Steven Soderbergh, and I was like, oh, it probably was. Okay.
Yep.
It's kind of weird. It's weird.
The cast is great though. I mean, Don Cheadle, Benicio del Toro, and Brendan Fraser, dude. You gotta. Yeah. I love Brendan Fraser.
And is it Kieran Culkin?
Yeah.
He's really good in Succession. That's a good transition because this next project is from Mark Mylod, who is a creator of Succession, which Adam McKay produces and Will Ferrell produces. Have you seen that show? It's on HBO.
I've seen like some scenes from it. My buddy Sean Ryan, shout out, he loves that show.
It's so good. It's like a modern metropolitan Game of Thrones. It's just like all these rich families like in New York, and they control the media and stuff, and they just shows how much debauchery they get into because they have so much money that they can just hide things. It's really good. And I was surprised Will Ferrell was like head producer of that. But he is making a movie. The guy who directs most of the movies, his name's Mark Mylod. I think he's done other HBO projects. But this movie originally starred Emma Stone and Ray Fiennes. Ooh. Emma Stone, though, is being replaced, unfortunately, because of scheduling issues. But she's being replaced by Anya Taylor-Joy. So... it was a good swap.
That's the only reason why you want to talk about this.
Yeah, immediately I was like, I got to do it.
That's so good.
But I think it would have been good even with Emma Stone, obviously, because Emma Stone is incredible. It's going to be a Searchlight movie, which are usually pretty good, I think. The movie's called The Menu, and it's a dark comedy thriller, and it's produced by Adam McKay, and Mark Mylod's directing, who also directs those episodes, and Alexander Payne was originally attached to direct. I think he made a movie with The Descendants, right?
Yeah, he made The Descendants, and he did Election, which is really good with Matthew Broderick and Reese Witherspoon.
Wow, that was like one of his first. He also did because that was a while ago.
Sideways. Yeah.
Oh, I like Sideways. I saw that one not too long ago, actually.
He also did Downsizing.
Yeah, that was one of those ones.
That's his only bad movie though. Like
the concept seemed cool, but I feel like I heard that he fumbled the concept.
Oh yeah. It's two movies fighting each other. But he also did he did another really good one. Oh, Nebraska.
Oh, that's one I wanted to see. That's Will Forte's.
Yeah, Nebraska's really good too. With Will Forte too.
Yeah, Will Forte and Bruce Dern.
Bruce Dern.
So he was gonna direct this. He was gonna direct this, but he's not anymore. So none of what we just said mattered. So but if people were like that were attached, you kind of assume that the script's got to be good. The Menu it's set in the world of eccentric culinary culture, and it follows a young couple who visit an exclusive restaurant on a remote island where an acclaimed chef played by Ray Fiennes has prepared a lavish tasting menu. Taylor-Joy will play one half of the couple that will be dining at a table full of guests, and it says that the studio is trying to get Daniel Radcliffe to be the person who's dating Anya Taylor-Joy. And I feel like this is going to end up being some sort of cannibal type movie, right? Because it's eccentric eccentric movie. It's going to be dark thriller comedy. It's got to be something like that. Or like...
Yeah. It's going to be like something like Oakjo where they're like eating like some kind of rare animal.
Or something like that. Yeah. Or maybe they do like a Saw thing where they get poisoned and they have to like figure it out or something. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what this kid. It's very vague, but I trust the name.
That's how Adam McKay's been though. Adam McKay the last few years now, he's been very vague of what his tone is. Because The Big Short and like Vice, I mean, you can say that they're dramas, but they're fucking hysterical too. So
yes.
You don't, and the same thing with Succession. Like the scenes I've seen of Succession, it seems like it's mostly a heavy-handed drama, but it's also funny as fuck. Like
because people's responses and stuff in that are just like so unreal in the way, but they're also so convincing.
Right.
That's the thing. It's convincing. Everything he makes.
So it could be like something very subtle, like, but it's like because he's very like he loves doing social commentary. It's probably just going to be like shit, just like driven on dialogue.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be sweet if it played out like a play or something, and it was all like at a table.
That's what it sounds like.
That'd be really cool. I mean, what else has Ray Fiennes done? He was in Grand Budapest Hotel. For people who don't know, he's also Voldemort. He was in
Holmes and Watson.
What was he? Did he play Moriarty?
Yeah.
Moriarty.
Oh my god, Moriarty. God damn it. Jesus.
Yeah, he seems like the type who would.
Well, no, he also did. He's done a lot of good ones. He's also going to be in the new Kingman movie.
What? Oh, wait, wasn't he in the other ones? No, that's that guy. Who's that guy? Who's in the other ones? The bald guy.
Colin Firth.
No. Yeah.
Mark Strong.
Mark Strong. Thank you. They kind of have that same circular oval face.
He's also in Schindler's List. Oh, dude, he also plays Lord Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort. And that'd be cool if they brought Daniel Radcliffe in. Then if they had him, it'd be Harry Potter and Voldemort. That's funny.
He also plays Alfred in the Lego Batman movie, which is awesome. I did not know.
Oh, that's perfect. He's got a good voice for that. Actually, I can actually hear it now that you said that. I forgot. I attached to this story. That's all that's out about that movie, but it's on my list of intriguing projects.
Dude, did you really quick? I'm sorry, but did you hear that they're doing a DC dog movie?
Yeah, is that a TV show or is that a movie?
That's a fucking movie. Dude.
Oh, is it?
And do you know who's playing Crypto, the super dog?
I do. This actually has a big ensemble cast. I'm surprised. But it starts with Crypto. Is that his name?
Yeah.
That's Superman's dog?
Super dog, Crypto, the super dog. Yeah.
That's Superman's dog?
Superman. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Superman's dog.
And who is it? I actually didn't know that. Okay, I'm not too familiar, but tell us who is playing him. Yes, dude. Fucking Superman's dog.
my hat's on backwards and everything, bruh.
You don't know Crypto.
How the hell can you not say that you don't know Crypto, the super dog?
We're not talking about currency. We're talking about Superman's dog. He's played by the notorious
Dwayne Johnson,
our future president.
So Dwayne Johnson is. Don't you dare say that. No, but. That might be true. But no, Dwayne Johnson is playing Crypto the Superdog. But The Rock is already in that. He's Black Adam. But he's also Crypto the Superdog. But he's also Black Adam. But he's also Crypto the Superdog. But he's also Black Adam. He's just, Warner Bros. is just being like, hey, what are you doing? He did
say, Dwayne Johnson was one of the earlier quotes he said is, the hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change. And I think he was talking about Crypto. I think Crypto is the most powerful creature in DC. Because Superman's dog, Superman needed someone to go sick him because he couldn't, and that's Crypto.
Did you ever see the TV show Crypto the Superdog?
No, because I wasn't. I didn't. I knew he was a super dog, and I was assuming it was Superman's dog. But yeah, I did. I'm not too familiar.
It's pretty fun. I mean, like I haven't seen it a little bit, but that was the theme song was Crypto the Super.
Do you have the full cast for this SuperPets? DC SuperPets?
Yeah. So it doesn't stop. Yeah, it doesn't stop there. So we also have Kevin Hart, who's Ace the Bat Hound, who's Batman's dog, which of course we have Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart together yet again. And great.
I forgot that they were supposed to be a duo that we like.
No, not supposed to. They are, Elijah.
How many movies have they? Oh, they've done like 3 or 4, right?
No, they've done 6 billion. Turns out. Turns out that there's so many movies that they've done with each other. We don't even know most of them because they haven't come out
making them between them, and they just watch them together. They don't show anyone else.
Yeah. If you count My Nightmares, then they've done a lot of movies. So they also have Kate McKinnon, who's also not annoying at all. John Krasinski. I'm being so positive about this. With John Krasinski, which is kind of cool. Which we don't know who these people are going to be. We only know who Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart are going to be. So we have John Krasinski, Vanessa Bayer, who I actually do like Vanessa Bayer. Natasha Lyonne, I do like her too. Diego Luna, who's
Diego Luna is from Rogue One. Last but not least, though, we
have the great and powerful Keanu Reeves, who is going to play a meaningless role in a dumb movie.
I think he's going to be the villain of some sort. He's got to be. That's a pretty big role.
Yeah. Uh,
I have a theory about who Kate McKinnon and Vanessa Bayer are going to be, though, because it says the premise is the pets of the DC superheroes: Superman's dog Crypto, Batman's dog Ace the Bat Hound, Wonder Woman's kangaroo Jumpa, and Supergirl's cat Streaky the Super Cat are a form of crime fighting team of their own. So I'm going to say Kate McKinnon is Jumpa, the kangaroo, Wonder Woman's kangaroo. I guess she was a pet kangaroo. And I'm going to assume Vanessa Bayer is going to be Streaky the Super Cat, Supergirl's cat. That's just an assumption, though.
Okay.
Or vice versa, just because that's what the premise is. But
well, look at their acting talents too. That's like, especially Kate McKinnon. She only really does one thing and one thing only.
This is one of those movies where they announced this movie like now, but it comes out
supposedly
next year.
This was going on since 2019.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which is weird. But also, let's look at Jared Stern, who is the director and writer. Yes. He wrote the screenplays for great movies such as Mr. Popper's Penguins, Jim Carrey, The Watch with Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller, and Jonah Hill.
Wait, he wrote both of those?
Yeah.
Those are totally different spectrums of maturity.
Also, the Lego Batman movie, which makes sense as to what they're trying to go for tone with the DC League of Super Pets, which that's a title that doesn't roll off the tongue. Hey, Mom, can we go see DC League of Super Pets? DC League of Super Pets. Okay, let's move on.
Super Pets. Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, DC. No. Yeah. Why don't they just call it Super Pets?
I think they basically are, because that's how the logo looks. It's just Super Pets, and then it's just like the subcategory League of
DC League of Super Pets.
I thought it was going to be a TV show on like Disney Plus or something like that, but no, I guess it's going to be a full-blown movie. Interesting. Let's see. I'm going to talk about 2 Stephen King projects. There's a couple projects he always has projects coming out because he has so many stories, and he like openly like lets people use his adaptations. But we're getting a Christine remake, which is one of his first books, I believe, or one of the first adaptations that ever came out in 1983. It was a John Carpenter movie. Oh, wow. I never saw it. Did you see this old one?
Oh, wait, what was it called again?
Christine, about the killer car.
It's
like familiar. A red car. They're remaking it with Blumhouse is remaking it, which is very interesting. That's a good company I feel like Stephen King and Blumhouse are going to thrive. Christine follows a shy teen who comes out of his shell after he buys a 58 Plymouth Fury to fix up, and the car has a mind of its own, as well as a murderous past, and begins to change the young man and everyone around him in the most dangerous fashion. Interesting. So it's like a car that drives someone insane. Drives someone. Interesting. It seems like an interesting concept. I don't remember seeing the movie ever because I didn't, but I like it when people adapt Stephen King correctly, and I feel like a lot of people are doing that now because a lot of people are less not censored. What is that word? Not censored, but less freaked out by the things that he wrote. Like they're not as watered down anymore.
Yeah, he has a lot more of a outlet to do what he exactly wanted, like with Netflix and doing Gerald's Game.
And he also has this TV show right now on Apple TV called Liesel's Story or something with Julianne Moore, which is apparently pretty accurate to what he was doing. And I guess he wrote the script for that. But this one has Brian Fuller, who's writing and directing. What did he do? He came out with American Gods, Hannibal, Heroes. I liked Heroes.
Oh, he's a TV guy, huh?
He's a TV guy, so we'll see about that. I mean, yeah, Christine. There's another project coming out by Stephen King called Firestarter. I want to talk about this one because I have some concerns about its lead actor, and I know you do too. For those who don't know, Stephen King's Firestarter is a remake. The original movie had Drew Barrymore, it was like her first movie, I believe, as a child. She was a child. I think it was, maybe it was right after E.T., but it was Drew Barrymore's like first main role where she wasn't on the side. She plays a character that has pyrokinetic powers, and she's on the run from a secret government agency who wants to stop her, and she runs away from them with her father. And it's from it was adapted in 1984. Okay, so E.T. was 1982, Firestarter was 1984. So this is the next movie she did right after E.T. They're making it again. I think they're making it with Blumhouse. So Blumhouse has a picture deal with Stephen King, it sounds like.
We should have saw this coming.
Yeah. It makes sense. It's a match made in hell.
Yeah.
The new father of this movie is played by none other than what's his name? Zac Efron. Zac Efron is playing the father, and I don't think he's ever played a father in a movie. This is going to be the first time where it's like, look, I'm actually old enough to be a dad.
With that face, he should not play a father. He should play the villain.
That's what we're gonna. Yeah, he looks like a burn victim that recovered because his face is it blew up. His face blew up from this viral photo that went around during this like thing. I forgot what it was, but there was this one photo of him on and I think it was from Zoom or something. I have a feeling that he doesn't actually look like that anymore. I think he had just got work done, and usually they're huge, and I think the swelling is gonna go down. It looks like his face was swollen, but he also would hide his face with facial hair. I'm gonna put the photo up now on the YouTube page. And don't be alarmed, it is Zac Efron. But yeah, he looks very weird.
Actually, Elijah, I actually have the picture right here.
Oh yeah. So we got Zac Efron's new face, and Justin was I sent him the first like footage of like production, I think, and then his response was, "I'm not seeing this unless they fix the lead actor's face." And it's true, because it's one of those like things that really kills me about like actors and stuff. Their vanity destroys their face and their bodies.
Yeah.
And it sucks because he was one of those actors who has been around since he was a preteen, and is like he had humble beginnings, and now he's just cheating. He's cheating the system with that.
Well, that's what usually happens, especially if he was an ugly kid. I have not seen pictures of him as an ugly kid.
He's not ugly. I won't say that. It's hard for me to. He had a gap tooth, that's for sure. And it was like
Elijah, you're shallow.
Yes, I'm just a piece of shit, and but he was one of those. He just looks like entirely different people from when he grew up to High School Musical days. He looks entirely different. Like he looked like a nerdy type kid.
If he was super insecure though, like how most actors are that used to be heartthrobs and be on teen magazines, they want to keep their youth. They want to keep looking good. Not everyone's Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, I mean, didn't she got her nose done right after?
Oh yeah, she got a lot of shit done. But I mean, like, she's the best example I could think of. Look at Bruce Willis. Yeah. And Bruce Willis.
Someone who hasn't done anything. Harrison Ford probably, but look at he's looking pretty old. He looks natural. He's all natural. He's an all natural man. I think, especially lately, a lot of Stephen King projects are going in the right direction of going into the hands of creators who won't censor the stories as much, which is good because his stories are kind of terrifying if done right and shows everything. But I just want another Cujo movie, honestly. I think Cujo could work now. Yeah, that's all I want to say about Stephen King.
So did you see that they keep releasing stuff about Ghostbusters Afterlife?
I'm excited about that.
So I'm excited about it too. But
you sound skeptical, but
yeah. Is it just weird how they're marketing it right now?
Yes, it is. They did a trailer thing with Paul Rudd they reshot that. That's not in the movie. They officially said this isn't a clip from a movie. We just wanted to show something. So they reshot that. Yeah, the marshmallow commercial. They reshot that just so they could show something. And they're like, this has nothing to do with the movie. We just because they had a lot of product crossovers that they were gonna do. But they had to delay the movie, but all the products were still coming out. So they're like, well, we have to show something. Otherwise, those are going to be leaks. So they made a fake commercial, like movie scene with Paul Rudd with those marshmallow characters. And it has nothing to, it's not, it's, that's, I agree. The marketing is getting messed up because of its postponement. And I don't like the way they're marketing it.
Well, it's just weird how, like, especially that I did not know about that. That's fucking bizarre as hell.
Mhm.
I don't know why they did that, but they just released. Did you see the featurette they just released today?
I've seen the photos they released. I didn't see the featurette yet.
Well, Jason Reitman and Ivan Reitman, they're just like talking about like it's like son, like father, like
Passing the
son
torch.
type
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, and that's what like and they're saying like that's what the movie's gonna be, but
Mhm.
they barely show any clips from the movie. They're just like showing like behind the scenes stuff, but they're
Mhm.
like no like legit clips from the movie. So it has me wondering like what why are they? Is it a which I'm hoping it's this where it's like they are just keeping it a secret, so once you see it it's like really like amazing, like they don't want to
Yeah.
spoil anything in the movie, they don't want to tell you anything about it because it's gonna be more fun that way.
Yeah.
Or is it the other way where it's not good at all and it's just like a
You got to
mess of a
build up the
movie?
storyline of it instead.
Yeah, and go with your heartstring immediately, tug on the
Yeah.
heartstrings by immediately going with this is my son that's making this one. It's not Paul Feig anymore, it's my son. It's my son. Did I mention my son's doing it?
Yeah, that's what all the actors are saying too. Like when they're getting interviewed,
Mhm.
it's like, well, I trust the person who's making it because his father made the other ones, and that's why it's so personal. It's like, okay,
But
but how
see,
is the
like,
movie?
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
also, it doesn't look funny, you know?
Yeah, it didn't look
Like,
very funny from the one. I've only seen that one trailer, so
yeah,
I don't know.
like Juno is pretty funny. Up in the Air is funny. Thank You for Smoking is funny, but it's funny in different ways. And
It's kind
Jason
of dark.
Reitman's never
Funny.
done a big movie like this. So I'm just curious about it because I saw that featurette and I was really excited because I've been waiting for another trailer for this, but they're
When
being
is it
awfully
supposed to come out?
secretive
Because it
with it.
got postponed. Is it August?
I think it's August,
Let's see, November 11th.
November
It was
11th.
delayed 3
Yeah.
times. Yeah, November 11th it comes out. It says
I have a feeling, man. I have a feeling that these movies really like,
made.
it can
Oh, that
either
fast.
go two ways where they really do want it to be successful because it is good. And these are good dates. Like this one's November and Free Guy, I'm pretty sure is August,
August
but they
13th.
keep getting delayed. And just I don't know. Like I'm just like I'm curious. I'm very, very curious.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it's. I don't think it's like one of those movies where they have to keep making changes. Like, I mean, A Quiet Place, when that Quiet Place 2, when that came out, he said it was done immediately, and like a lot of directors and creators would probably try to tweak it in that time of the delay, but he was like, I don't want to touch it at all. And I hope the movies that did get delayed because of the pandemic, I hope they don't decide and overthink things and decide that we need to change some of it because that sometimes happens.
mhm.
I don't like that.
I'm hoping this can be good, but who knows? Who knows?
I hope so too. We we got a Mike Myers Netflix series. Have you heard about this? A mini series, one
No.
season, one done. I don't know how to say this, but it's called Pentaverate, 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 I guess. And he's gonna play 6 characters or 7 characters.
Oh no.
Yes, it's one of
He's
those.
back, baby.
It also has
Please
Ken
say she's
Jeong,
on.
which we were talking about. It also has Keegan Michael Key, and it says that Mike Myers is going to play 7 new characters of him, played by him, and it's going to be 6 episodes, and it's a half-hour series that follows 5 men. It says 5 men have been working to influence the world events for the greater good ever since the Black Plague of 1347. As the show begins, one unlikely Canadian journalist finds himself embroiled in a mission to uncover the truth and just possibly save the world himself.
It sounds like quintessential Mike Myers.
Oh, wait. It says in the film, Stewart claims the Pentaverte is comprised of the Queen, the Vatican, the Gettys, the Rothschilds, and Colonel Sanders before he went tits up. That's what the quote is. Okay, so yeah, he's going to be what is that called? What are those, conspiracy theory chaser?
Mm.
Yeah.
A conspiracy
Interesting.
theorist.
Yeah. And I
That
mean,
sounds amazing.
Mike Myers, who knew that we needed this? Who knew that? Who knew this? I don't know.
Well, it's been a long time coming.
It
And you know what knows
has.
something? I'm curious to see because his comedy, I love Austin Powers and everything, but his comedy has not aged well.
Yeah, I
His
mean,
comedy's actually aged pretty poorly.
there have been a lot of rumors that he's trying to make another Austin Powers either as a stage adaptation or a direct sequel. And I'm like,
A
whoa,
stage
wow.
adaptation.
I mean, it would
Oh
be
my
pretty funny to
God.
have him be 70s, like the whole opening sequence happen on stage, but they would have to definitely update it, I feel like.
Man, like I would love to see him playing multiple characters again though.
We're
One
getting
movie that
classic,
I
classic.
still like always praise though, like it's one of my favorite movies is Wayne's World.
Yeah, that's a very good character. You introduced the DCOM.
DCOM Revisited. Get a clue. Hello, welcome to our DCOM Revisited. And this week we watched Get a Clue with little Lindsay Lohan, post Parent Trap, pre Mean Girl, and pre that reality TV show she did when she was like on an island and she talks like she's Kathleen Turner.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Yeah. So we also have Bug Hall, who this is post Little Rascals, but pre American Pie presents The Book of Love. And we also have Brenda Song, which is pre London Tipton. But let's face it, this is just London Tipton, but she's shorter and tinier.
They have a shot of the Tipton in the opening credits. Literally the shot that they use. It's the Tipton. I'm like, oh my God, that's funny. That's funny.
So the story of this. Also, we have Amanda Plummer, which I'm pretty sure it's her name.
Yeah. Once I saw her, I was like, oh my God, where do I know her? And then I was like, okay, I do know her.
Yeah. If you know your movies and you look at her and you're like, this girl looks like she's gonna kill somebody.
Yes, she shouldn't be a teacher. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. How do I know this murderer? Like, where do I know this murderer from? Oh, she's the girl that tried to murder people in the beginning of Pulp Fiction with Tim Roth.
Exactly.
So there's that. And for some reason, she's a teacher in this, but she shouldn't be because she's unhinged the entire time. Yeah, no, this is post Pulp Fiction. This is post Pulp.
Wow. So Disney saw her and was like, let's make her a teacher.
Yeah, Disney Channel was like, dude, we need to get... Dude, did you guys watch this amazing movie last night called Pulp Fiction? Yeah, dude, let's put her in a movie with little Lindsay Lohan. This will not go terribly wrong. So, this movie's about Lindsay Lohan is...
she wants to be a journalist just like her dad.
Yeah. So Lindsay Lohan plays Lexi. She's a spoiled rich kid who loves to get the best stories for her school's gossip column. But a pic she publishes of her teachers triggers a strange course of events, and one of the teachers goes missing. With her friend Jack, she decides to investigate and finds herself caught in a web of intrigue. It's an explosive parcel of action and adventure. So I will just say right now, with that, when you hear something like that, this sounds like it's going to be very exciting. But when it says action and adventure, I'll just say that the only adventure that we have in this is them riding a subway, but we don't even get a shot of them riding the subway. It's more than talking about riding on the subway. And the only action that we get is a cake being thrown at the guy who starred in The Nanny. So Elijah, what did you think about Get a Clue? Did you like this movie?
Not as much, honestly. It was kind of I like the three main actors, but like I said with other DCOMs, this movie hops right in, and you kind of always immediately get the family value and what the family dynamic is in most DCOMs, like right away. And this one was no exception. We meet Lindsay Lohan's parents and younger sister right away, and the parents are incredibly bad actors. They're really boring. They have nothing memorable about them, which is the upsetting part. Like every parent is usually like, oh, something's going to come out of this. But no, the parents are kind of dumb. I don't like that. I didn't like them. And I like this. I don't like that. A lot of times they have the younger sibling be a weird ass motherfucker for no reason. They never explain it because they need someone to solve a mystery later. I'm starting to catch a trend with this.
Oh yeah.
With the formula of a Disney Channel original movie. I liked Lindsay Lohan. I liked Bug Hall, except something about Bug Hall that caught my attention was I think he doesn't normally have a New York accent, but he has a very strong New York accent in this. and it's good.
Awful.
I mean, I like his commitment to it, because when he's doing it, it's like, I was like, he's not from New York, but when he's doing it and every person he's acting with, it seems like they wanted to do a New York accent with him, but only when they're in scenes with him. It was like Lindsay Lohan's New York accent would slip when he's doing his accent, but not when he's when she's doing a scene with just Brenda Song or something. She sounds normal, but then she sounds like she's trying to do an accent, because it's just like leaks out from Bug Hall. So I was like, kudos to Bug Hall for trying to make something out of the role, and that's why it stood out to him. That's why he stood out to me mostly. But otherwise, most of the characters and most of the plot elements and everything about this just didn't resonate with me, because it wasn't super. What is the word? They didn't try hard enough to be like a character. You know, everyone was kind of flat, and I feel like even with the setting of New York, I feel like they didn't even properly feature New York, because it was like just shots of like mannequins and stuff and like close-ups of their clothing. And I was like, I don't feel like I'm in New York, but I'm supposed to. And I think there was just something that's just a directing thing I didn't like. They didn't establish this world well enough, I feel like, for me to understand who these people were. I mean,
the costumes kind of felt like it was supposed to like be like this, like another character in the movie.
That is
the
what
costumes
I wrote down.
looked like
the costume designer probably had a lot of fun.
Yeah, but the costumes looked like they only had like 2 hours to whip up.
Yeah, or it might have been like they just brought everything in and they're like, "Hey kids, choose something."
Because it was fucking some wacky clothing.
I was like, is this what they thought New York style was like in the early 2000s? Or is that, were they trying to set a trend, or what was going on?
It felt like this entire movie was made within like a week, or within like, it felt like one of those like 24-hour projects.
Yeah, it did.
Because like, it's just like, it's so bland, and like, they're just all, it feels like they're all just, like it's something that you always say, which is when you hear the paper or something like that, or you see the paper,
you can see the page when they're speaking.
See the page. Yeah, no, you can definitely do that with this entire movie. You just see it just being this really quick. Let's quickly get this movie made. This girl is slowly becoming a star. She just did a big movie with Disney. Let's keep it going before like she's gonna be really hard to get. Yeah, and so let's have this be just a quick funny movie. Let's get that kid from the Little Rascals. Let's get this little girl who
I wouldn't mind seeing more Bug Hall, honestly. I'd like to see where he's at.
Dude, his accent. So you liked his accent. I thought it was I don't know.
I mean,
he sounded like that he watched Good Will Hunting a few times and then he was like, I'm running with it.
I mean, hey, he's it stood out to me. That's why I remember him now, because he was doing an accent. I'm like, otherwise he's kind of a boring character too.
Oh, they're all so boring. They're all
the
terrible.
Upsetting part.
They're all
like
terribly boring.
I like, because
you know how many times I started watching this and I fell asleep? Like at least 4 times.
Yeah,
at least 4 times.
Yeah.
And I've had to rewind so many times. Like there would be moments where like I'm watching it and then I would like just look down on my phone really quick, then I would look back up and the next thing is the end credits are happening.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, that is what I was feeling too. I every time I'm starting a DCOM, I'm like, I really hope I like this. Like, because there's so much childhood of these, like our memories are so much in these movies, because I do remember seeing that all the time, that you know, the cover. So I was pretty excited about seeing little Lohan. Like we said, she can do no wrong when she was younger, but I guess she could, but she did all she could with this movie. I mean,
yeah, it seemed like no one had like a good time making this. You know, everything was so forced. There's one part when her and her little sister, because they kind of butt heads, because of course, and at the end, her little sister like has like all these gadgets, and she gives her like these walkie-talkies, and she hugs her, and then like the hug already like made me uncomfortable. Like the hug, you can tell like they both were just like, quick, let's do this. Like
it's like first day. It's like their first day of shooting. Like we don't even know each other.
And then Lindsay Lohan walks to the door and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep you. Like,
that's supposed to work. Like like
that was such a weird line, and that was such a weird delivery. The way that she was played, like the way the camera was, everything about it was just super. It's odd.
Just not thought out. Nothing was thought out really. Like there's no prep. There's like, here's the script. That's
There's only one scene with like kind of style when they're talking about Lindsay Lohan, Brenda Song, or talking about Bug Hall's character.
Oh yeah,
and they're like wearing all the
montage. Yeah, the little montage.
Like that was like the only part where I was like, man, this feels like fun.
I agree. I know exactly.
But everything else was just painfully boring. Like this movie was a pain to get through.
This made
me want to stop doing DCOM movies.
Yeah, just take a little break. There's something I wanted to figure out about this movie. The music that sounded like the opening credits is called.
I loved the opening credit theme song. It was so bad, but so good.
It seemed like it was like a band for hire, and they're like, just sound like Simple Plan or that generation's angst music. Let me see if I can find out who it is.
I was like,
it could not have been a real band. There's no way.
Yeah, no, it was. I thought that was so bad, but so much fun.
Get a Clue, performed by Simon and Milo. Who are they?
What the fuck, Simon?
It was written by Jay Levine and James McCollum, they're probably just writers in the movie. But the music in DCOMs are always so interesting. Oh, they're a pop duo called Prozac. A Canadian pop duo that is Prozac. Prozac made this music.
Dude, I needed some Prozac to get through this movie.
Wow. Okay. It's spelled Prozzak with the little emblem above the A. I wanted to like this movie a lot, but it wasn't memorable to me. And I even by the ending, when everything was being solved, they try to like throw in everyone at the end, just be like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What is the answer? And I just didn't care as much about who did what. And so in this movie, apparently one of the teachers fakes their own death and is hiding in his mother's house. And the three main characters find him, show up at his door, and he's like, oh, hey guys. He's not freaked out at all. And he's like, yeah, a lot of people are looking for me. They think I stole a lot of money and I faked my death.
$10 million.
$10 million. And the kids are just like, oh, did you do it? And he's like, no, I didn't. And they're like, oh, we'll help you. And it's all just happens in his mom's bedroom. It's like, what the hell?
Dude, these kids are so stupid. Like the beginning, so the beginning, Amanda Plummer and the teacher that goes missing, they were together. But Lindsay Lohan took this picture of them and wrote this entire article about them, which the article is just, hey, check it out. These two in their personal lives, they fucking like each other. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
And she's getting praised for it by her school.
She's getting praised for it. So they break up because of it. For some because he wants to protect her because everyone thinks that he stole this money. So he wants to protect her, and this guy's following him. It's very convoluted.
Yeah, so she says this movie's rated G, Plummer, by the way, so they don't explain anything in depth.
Right. So Amanda Plummer, she says to him, well, one of us has to leave town. For some reason, she says that. And Lindsay Lohan and Bug Hall, they hear this. And then the next day, teacher's gone. Lindsay Lohan gets called into the office by this cop who has this ridiculous mustache. And
I have feelings about that.
Yeah. And so he questions her about it. And she's like, well, yesterday the teacher said this to the other teacher. He was like, well, obviously she did it.
Yeah, well, thank you for that information.
But Lindsay Lohan, she's so naive. She's so stupid. She literally says, I bet she could be a really big help to you guys in the case. It's like, dude, you are so dumb. It's clear that she did it. I mean, obviously she didn't do it. But
by the end, you find out she did not.
And those like little nuggets right there. It's like, well, we're gonna question her, and she's sitting there being like, wait, no. And she keeps saying stuff like, Lindsay Lohan's character keeps wondering, like, oh my God, why do they think it's her? Why is this all this stuff happening? It's because of you dumb little spoiled brat.
You started this whole thing because you wanted to, and she's like, I'm not a gossip columnist. It's like, yeah, you were. That's
literally what you did. That is not investigative journalism. Yeah. Her fucking dad says, no, that's investigative journalism. She took a picture of her two teachers hugging each other and wrote an entire column about it. That is not investigative journalism. Nobody cares about that.
I agree. It is very upsetting, but I have to disagree with you on the guy's mustache. I liked it, and I was very offended.
It's because you're friends with Chris. I'm just kidding.
That is not why. But
he just reminded you of your friend.
I do have a friend who has a handlebar mustache, but I thought that was a good thing for the character. It made him memorable. And then Lindsay Lohan literally says to him, you'd look better without it. Like, and it's like, you don't say that to someone regardless, like normally, especially,
because she's
especially
a
a stranger. Like you can say it to a friend. Like I could say it to Chris, who has a mustache. Like, you don't look good at that, because he's my friend. I've known him for that long. But you don't see a cop investigating this and be like, you look dumb with that.
A possible murder too. Of your teacher, and you have time to just completely just talk shit to this guy.
But that's the thing about it. That's that they want to show. Lindsay Lohan knows what's up, because at the end, the last time you see him, he has no mustache. And it's like, he looks so much better. I'm
but
like,
why
did they do that?
Yeah, that it that makes no sense. Is that supposed to be funny? Is that a joke?
I don't get it. I didn't get it. I was like, oh God, he's gonna shave his mustache now. And when she said that, and I was like,
yeah, I thought he was going to be a reoccurring character, and he just never shows back up.
He's in 2 scenes. He's in one scene, that one where she's, and then at the end where he doesn't have one, and he's just like, oh, okay, now we know who to arrest, because at the end they figure everything out. But there's all these little, like, I want to know what the process was. There a lot of coke going like in Disney Channel original movie writing sessions? Because literally early 2000s movies, all of them are just stream of consciousness. Like, well, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it.
Yeah. Dude, I love that there's so many things unanswered too. Like there's this convention happening at the hotel.
Yeah.
And for some reason, every single teacher is there.
Yeah, and there's a guy who is that guy who pretended to. There's this homeless character throughout the whole movie. There's this homeless guy, and at the very end, it's revealed that he's a teacher or a politician or something, and he's like, I understand. He's like, I understand what it's like to be in poverty now, because the only thing I had was this coat. And it was like one of the only things that they noticed about this homeless man in this coat. And he's like, but it was all disguise. And he's like, actually this mannered guy I don't even know what he was. Was he a teacher?
You know why? No, he was on some kind of board. They clearly did it just so they can show her for some reason, because this movie like tried to like have an arc with her, but it was completely unearned, where she realizes from being on the other side of New York that there are people that are poor.
Yeah, you live in Brooklyn.
There are people that walk. There's a weird scene where Brenda Song's character doesn't know how to walk up fucking stairs.
Oh, I must.
Do you remember that?
Looked at my phone at that part, because I don't.
She couldn't walk up fucking stairs.
That sounds about right, but I don't remember that part actually.
That's the moment when I was like, "Oh my god, this is London Tipton. This is London Tipton before she became so ditzy."
Yeah,
like this girl's ditzy, but London is no brains. She sold him for gold.
Yeah,
but
so you gave this movie a nostalgia rating of 4. I did
because my brother and I loved it when we were kids, and I remember really liking it. It was one of the first DVDs that we bought of Disney Channel movies, because once High School Musical came out, they started releasing them on DVD finally. Yeah. And this one, my brother and I were always like, "We fucking love this one." My cousin and I were like, "We fucking love this one."
Yeah,
but now I'm watching, I'm like, "What the fuck is this? What is? I don't remember any of this." The only part I remember, Elijah, the only thing that I remember is Bug Hall's hair. I always thought that was weird.
I feel like it always looks like that.
Now we know why John Krasinski did it in The Office, though. He watched Get a Clue.
It's just like no one committed to anything except Bug Hall and his accent. That's it. That's the only thing that was commitment through the whole movie.
I'll give you that.
Oh boy, I gotta give this movie a 2.
Yeah, I would. Good God, I would go 1.5.
Yeah,
it's because I did like.
Show your kid Parent Trap.
Yeah. Watch Parent Trap. Watch Freaky Friday. Watch American Pie Presents The Book of Love. Bug Hall.
Yes. Is that good? Is he good?
Watch
in that?
Anything else.
Is he good?
It's better than this.
I think I like Bug Hall, so I actually wouldn't mind looking him up.
I haven't seen that one since I was a kid, because I was a huge American Pie fanatic.
Right.
As a kid.
As a kid. What was your favorite childhood movie? American Pie.
No, American Pie Presents Band Camp. Oh, yeah. What's your favorite movie as a kid? American Wedding.
That's funny. I think that's our episode.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
You want to end this? Yeah. Right, cool.
Should we call it a day?
All right. See you in the office, Bill.
Thank you for listening to another episode of History of Popcorn. If you made it this far, you are a trooper. And tell your friends about it. Download our episodes. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube so we get those numbers up. We like doing this for you guys, and hopefully we don't hit a wall soon. Foreshadowing, maybe. Who knows? Just kidding. Yeah. Do you have any closing words for all the people who are listening?
I hope I second that. I hope we do not hit any walls. That was very dark right there. All right, see you later, guys. I hope we don't fail soon.
Bye.
Bye. There's just so many things that I do that I don't.
Oh my God, he said doo-doo.
Damn it. God damn it.